Middleton, it's 37 minutes past 12. Now, Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, are in Nigeria as part of a three-day visit on the invitation of the country's Chief of Defence Staff. Well, the couple will also attend a training session for the charity organisation Nigeria Unconquered, which collaborates with the Invictus Games, as well as a reception where military families will be honoured. Well, joining me now is GB News royal correspondent Cameron Walker to discuss what is very definitely not a royal tour. These, of course, are private individuals here, aren't they, Cameron?
Yeah, Tom, I think if you've been in the coma for the last 4 years and saw the coverage around Harry and Meghan's trip to Nigeria, you'd be forgiven if you were mistaken into thinking that the two of them were still working members of the royal family. But, of course, they are not. But on the surface, it is playing out very much like a royal tour. They visited this morning a school for a mental health summit. We see Meghan and Harry on the stage there speaking to school children. Before they spoke to these older children, they also went to a kindergarten class who danced and sung for them. They were given wooden beads to put around their necks as well. Meghan revealed that Lily, their daughter's favourite class in school, is dancing and singing. So all of that sounds very much like a royal tour, doesn't it? And then we got on to the mental health stuff, and this is what Meghan's told the children.
To have our first visit to Nigeria, be here with all of you. We believe in you, we believe in your futures, we believe in your ability to continue to tell your stories and to just be honest with each other. There is no need to suffer in silence.
No need to suffer in silence, says Meghan Markle. Now, the whole point of the trip to Nigeria, Harry and Meghan were invited by the Chief of the Defence Staff. Nigeria was part of the Invictus Games for the first time last year. That's the organisation that Prince Harry set up to give a purpose, really, for wounded veterans, a Paralympic-style competition. He did it in conjunction with the Royal Foundation, which at the time was with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, now Prince and Princess of Wales as well. 10 years old this year. But Nigeria is keen to host the Games in a future year. But for Meghan, she revealed in her Archetypes podcast last year that she is 43% Nigerian. That is her heritage. So there's lots of cultural visits as well. But this could raise some royal eyebrows, Tom. The reason being is that Harry and Meghan are no longer working members of the royal family. This does appear to play out like a royal tour, even though it's not officially a royal tour. And King Charles is head of the Commonwealth, and he has not had a chance to visit Nigeria yet, and Prince Harry and Meghan are not there in an official capacity. Prince Harry didn't even see the King when he was in the UK because the King's diary was too busy a few days ago. And also what it's also done is overshadow Prince William's visit to the Scilly Isles, his first time as Duke of Cornwall, as owning the Duchy of Cornwall, to those islands where he's been meeting many people who are gearing up for the summer season, so and supporting local businesses. So yes, Harry and Meghan totally, of course, within their rights to do this. It does appear to be going quite successfully so far, but it could raise some royal eyebrows as well.
It's a very, very interesting decision because, of course, I suppose Harry does run the Invictus Games. That's within his rights to promote it. And Nigeria is a very important country. It's either the 5th or 6th most populous country in the world, a country that is set for enormous growth over the next few decades, where its official language is English, member of the Commonwealth, of course. I suppose there's an argument that greater ties between the UK and Nigeria are a very, very good thing.
Absolutely, and I think there was lots of optimism when Harry marries Meghan back in 2018 because they could have been a real asset to the working royals in terms of shoring up relationships with these Commonwealth nations. Harry and Meghan, of course, now going it alone, but I have seen a noticeable shift, really, with Harry and Meghan in the last few months. The statements we're getting from them appear to be a lot more diplomatic. For example, when they told us that Harry was not going to be seeing his father, the statement was from his spokesperson that Harry was very understanding of that fact and hopes to see his father again soon, suggesting to me that A, he wants to build a better relationship with the working royals, but B, both Harry and Meghan have started to get away from this complaining about their privileged lives narrative, which we've had over the last few years with Harry's memoir Spare, the Netflix series documenting their exit from the royal family. And instead they are starting to champion causes they care about, such as wounded veterans, such as the culture of Nigeria, young people's mental health. All of that potentially could maybe turn the tides, but of course, in terms of their popularity. But it's a long, long way to go. They are still deeply unpopular, both here in the United Kingdom and the United States, if you go by what the latest polling suggests. And of course, it appears to be a lot of distrust between Harry and Meghan and the working royals because of all those secrets that were revealed in the Netflix series and Spare.
Well, Cameron Walker, thank you very much for bringing us the very latest there in terms of what's happening in Nigeria and in what I say, and I must make this abundantly clear, is very much not a royal tour. Well, Cameron Walker, thank you.